Welcome to the session.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. And how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. What about you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you. And thank you for connecting you again.
Yes. How was your day so far?
It's been lovely. Yeah, I have been doing some great things. I was reading a book, so I enjoyed that. And how was yours?
My day was also good, and I was waiting for the interaction with you. So we are meeting very first time. So let me know about you.
Okay. So I'm Raj Ranjan from Patna, and I work as a tutor, math, English, grammar, and accounting at plus two. So yeah, that is all about me. And I have been working on English for almost 2 years, especially on my speaking skills, so that I could start teaching spoken English as well. And I have been teaching this for last 1 year. I have taught around 10 or 12 students. So it's been good. It's been a great journey for me, and I'm learning and teaching as
So it's a great
well. So
introduction, and
if
it's
you
nice
can
to
go
hear.
ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah. Uh, I am Kalpana. I'm connecting from Noida Extension. If I talk about my education qualification, I have done MA, BA, and qualified CTET, UPTET. I am tutor. Along with that, I am a learner of English language, and I run a YouTube channel. On that channel, I upload my English conversations video, and that's all about me. So,
Nice to hear and nice to meet you.
before the learning language, do you teach English?
Yeah, even before I started practicing my speaking skills, I have been teaching English grammar, and that is why I thought that I can teach spoken English as well. So I started working on my speaking skills because grammar is something different. If as a student you have worked on your English or your grammar, that is different thing. But if you do not have the environment or if you have not been speaking this language, then thinking of teaching spoken English is different. And that's why I had to work on my speaking skills first. And the moment I felt that I have reached up to some level, I started teaching. Like I told you, I have taught around 10, 12 students till now. And currently, I have 2 students for spoken English. So I'm teaching them, and it's a good journey. It's a great journey.
Yeah, absolutely correct. When you teach somebody or subject in a subject, so it means you have to be prepared before the delivering your thought. So teaching is
Right.
the best thing. If like we are, it means like whenever we don't have time, so it we don't practice. If if you know like somebody is there to learn, so it means you have to be ready with the topic. So teaching is the best thing.
Definitely. And whenever we teach, we learn a lot because that is how we grow. So if you want to improve something, especially any subject, if you are learning, you have to share. The more you share, the better you become at it. That is what the general rule is. So yes, whenever we feel that we can share something to others, we definitely should. And we should then look forward to improving it to some extent so that after achieving a level, we can start teaching it. Because if you are a teacher, you should definitely have a level first. Then only you would be able to impart to your students or your learner in a better way. So yes, we grow like this.
So I would like to know in your tuitions classes, in your academic, how how do you teach a spoken language? Like you deliver your thought in Hindi or in English?
It depends because you can't speak English all the time if the students are not understanding. That would be useless. And that is why first you have to make them comfortable that they can understand, and then only you can go on speaking. So it depends on the level of learners as well. And as I said to you that I do not have many learners, just two at this point of time, but they have improved to such an extent that we can talk in English. And generally, I start uh, sharing stories with them. For example, if if I ask them that you have to speak or start anything one line, so they too will talk with each other. Or sometimes even I will be involved in the discussion, two lines from everybody of course, and then it should sound like a story. For example, if I give you a brief example of that, I'm saying, okay, long ago there lived a boy in a village. So this is my sentence. The next sentence would be from the learner side. They would say that, okay, the boy was brilliant in study, or the boy was not good in study. And then the third person will say some other line. This is how you can talk for a longer distance and a longer period of time, not distance. So this is an activity that I follow for their speaking practice, and otherwise I teach them grammar and help them how to learn vocabulary, how to use them properly. Because what happens if you do not teach all these things? Hello,
Yes, yes, yes. I'm listening.
uh,
I'm visible.
you got stuck. That's right. So, are you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay. So that is what I was saying. That we help them to learn different things and how to use vocabulary, how to make certain vocabulary your active vocabulary. Because most of the time we learn and then forget to use those vocabularies, and only if somebody else uses that we would be able to understand, but we would not be able to use them properly. So we have to include all these things in the process of our learning so that people will uh, learn all these things and use them properly.
So how long did you take the learn this language? You are more confident to speak. So how long do you take to learn this language?
How long did it take me to learn? Okay. So if I explain it in detail, like I told you, I have been teaching English grammar. So the moment I started speaking, I was not happy with my speaking skills because I had thought that I would be able to speak better. But after listening to my recording, I was not happy. So I decided that okay, let me take this journey forward. And then it took me around 1 year first that I got this level. But after that, in the next 1 year, I feel I have not improved at all as far as my fluency is concerned. But of course, I have improved on certain other aspects like voice modulation and intonation. First, first thing is that you have to speak properly. And then the moment you start speaking, you get to know that you have to learn very different things as well. How to sound, if you are sounding confident or not, or if you are using the right intonation or not. For example, if I don't use my hand gesture, keep speaking like this by standing or sitting still or standing still with no expression on my face at all. So that would not sound good.
Okay.
So yeah,
So in starting,
overall, if you want, I mean, overall, it has been almost 2 years. But if you talk that about how much it takes to speak fluent, one year or even 8 months, 10 months is enough. if somebody is practicing regularly.
Yeah, great. So, in a starting, do you also feel uh, like you also feel stuck while speaking and like it's not my cup of tea, I can't learn this language. So you also felt during the learning in starting.
Definitely, everybody goes through that. And I also felt that, like I explained to you earlier, that I was not even happy with my performance in the initial few days. And then I kept thinking that whether it is my cup of tea or not. But then if you continue, then only you succeed.
Yes,
And there is nothing that we cannot do. It's all about what we decide and how much effort we make. So if we are consistent, we would definitely achieve whatever we want.
yes,
And as per
yes,
the language is concerned, it is time taking for sure. So if we fix a timing that okay, I have to learn it in 6 months or 3 months, then we will not be able to do anything. We should understand that the more we will read, the more we will speak, the more we will listen, the more we will become fluent at it. And it is not a time bound learning at all. It is lifelong process. So everybody goes through that. I had gone through that process. Or even today, I get stuck if I'm not aware with the topic or I have to speak without any preparation or spontaneous. Then I get stuck. I search for words that okay, I'm not able to use proper words. So all these things happen.
yes. So now you are more confident to speak since you are teaching, and while during the teaching you are doing practice like speaking and listening also. So you are doing this kind of in the beginning, which kind of technique did you use to learn this language?
Good, good question. And I would say that everybody should do all these things. And in fact, if we watch YouTube videos, we get this kind of suggestions from almost every tutor or teacher or speaker of this language, whatever you want to say. So if I talk about my techniques, the first one was to speak on anything that I come across. For example, mm, you are along with your friends, you are talking on different topics. So at that time they are talking, you can't speak for sure. But later on, when you are alone, you can think about the same incident and you can try to speak in English. So that was my favorite part. I used to practice that. Or you can go on speaking on anything like the story one, that you can imagine anything and try to speak a story in your own. There was a boy who used to like studies at all, or who used to play cricket a lot. So anything that comes to your mind, you practice that. This, in terms of speaking practice, these two were my favorite. And apart from that, you listen more. The more you listen, the better it is. So listening and reading should be you should be regular with these activities. And what else? What else I used to do, or even today I do. Yeah, these things are there that we can do on a regular basis. And if you don't find any topic, you can start talking to any of your friend as well. That maybe when I met him, it's just imaginary. You haven't met him or her, but you are imagining that if I meet him, what will I talk? So in that way, you can go on speaking for 2 or 3 minutes. That would also be a good practice.
Ranjan, it was nice talking to you, and I learned so many things from you. I enjoyed a lot.
Thank you so much for inviting and for doing this session. It was lovely talking to you. I enjoyed it a lot. And I must say that whatever you are doing, in fact, another thing that I would like to add, when I had started speaking, I would sound like you. And at that point of time, I did not have the confidence to post my video. So the one thing that I learned from you, that no matter how you sound, if you feel confident, then only you would be able to share your learning with others. And the moment you start sharing, you grow faster. So I love that. I love that aspect of you, and I enjoyed a lot talking to you. Okay, thank you. Have a
Bye.
nice time ahead. Bye.
Bye.